Hi, today I'm going to be talking about VO2 max, and the test I chose was the Bruce Protocol treadmill test. What is a VO2 max and how is it measured? So, the VO2 max is the maximum capacity of an individual's body to transport and utilize oxygen during exercise. It measures through a progressive maximal test on a treadmill or stationary bike. The intensity starts as easy and then it gradually increases, finishing at the person's voluntary exhaustion, usually after 10 to 12 minutes, depending on the person or the individual taking their VO2 max. Now, it is measured as milliliters of oxygen used in 1 meter per kilogram of body weight. The Bruce Protocol treadmill test was created by Robert Bruce in 1963. It was created as a non invasive test to access patients with suspected heart disease. This is a maximal exercise test where the athlete works or the individual works to complete exhaustion as the treadmill speed and incline is increased every 3 minutes. When doing this test, the equipment you're gonna need is a treadmill, a stopwatch, an ECG, and a heart wrist monitor. To begin with this test, you're gonna have to explain the procedures of the test to the participant or the athlete. They should do a warm up before the test for about 10 minutes or so. They should take or you should take the participant's blood pressure and heart rate before beginning the test. There are 7 stages to this test. The treadmill is started at 1.7 miles per hour with an incline of 10%. At 3 minutes exactly, the incline increases by 2% and the speed increases as well. Obviously, the test should stop if there is a drop of systolic blood pressure, there is moderate to severe angina, if the participant experiences any type of dizziness, or the participant or athlete just decides to stop. As I mentioned before, there are 7 stages to these Bruce treadmill tests, and the first stage was the 1.7 mile per hour at 10% grade. You then after the exactly at 3 minutes, they will increase to 2.5 miles per hour, which is stage 2 at 12% grade. Then after that, after the 3 minutes, it's a stage 3, which is a 3.4 miles per hour at 14% grade, and so on at stage 4, stage 5, stage 6, stage 7. There is a formula for estimating your VO2 max when using this test, and it is different for men and women. I'll leave it here, and you guys can calculate it. And then the T is the total time the participant lasted in the test. Each T in the formulas is the total time you lasted or the participant lasted in the test. Now there is advantages and disadvantages for this test. The advantages, which are the good, is that there is minimal equipment required and it is simple to set up and test. Now the disadvantage is that the treadmill is required. Not everybody has a treadmill, and the assistant is required for this test, which means that you cannot do it by yourself. There also has to be someone administering or assisting the test. Now, this test is not for children. It's only for adults.